Well, a crime known as sextortion is a growing threat to young people. And today, Channel 7's Kayla Christian checked in with the Arkansas Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force to learn more about it.
She joins us now live in studio with the impact this is having on young people in Arkansas. Kayla.
Yeah, Chris, Beth, each year over 19,000 sextortion cases are reported nationwide. And last year in Arkansas, there were 169 cases. Well, in 2025, we've already surpassed that number, and we're only halfway through the year.
This is a very serious epidemic that we have right now.
Sextortion of minors, where predators find young victims online and engage in illegal acts.
Most of them, they are portraying that they're a female, a young female, most of the time with the males, vice versa with the females, and they go in and start gaining trust with them, and then that's where we have these issues that come up.
Once the predators start asking for illicit photos.
Once they gain illicit pictures, what ends up happening is they, within just a couple of seconds, sometimes up to a couple of minutes, they start trying to extort payments from these individuals.
Requesting lump sums from the minors and even more once the parents get involved, threatening to post the content if specific demands aren't met. Right now, mainly targeting males, but females are still at risk.
Most of them are very popular in school. They have a big social media following, so the more social media following, the more popular they are, the more that these bad actors think that they can elicit more money out of them, they're more apt to pay. The majority of them are going to be that upper junior high to lower high school range that we're seeing this phenomenon on. But we have seen children as young as 7 years old.
And sometimes the photos are still posted anyway. But it's not always just money they want.
There are sadistic groups that basically want these images so they can get these children to cause self-harm to themselves or do specific acts.
Like harming themselves or engaging in acts with animals or other juveniles. But how can you combat this?
Parenting 101, you don't want your kid being around somebody you don't know. Don't talk to somebody online that you don't know. Even if they say, hey, I know all your friends.
And scam artists have gotten smarter using VPNs and other disguises. Though the Arkansas Internet Crimes Against Minors Task Force works diligently to handle these incidents, it's important for you to report because you never know who you could be helping.
Whenever they hit the report button on the social media platform, it notifies them, and then we're able to see other cases from across the United States that are tied to that. Because usually it's just not just this one child that's being, extorted by this one person. There's multiple extortions on one user account that we're seeing.
And the ICAC says your child is now more likely to face internet extortion than being kidnapped from a store. And the most common apps being used are Instagram and Snapchat, which can transition into other harmful activities like sex trafficking and human trafficking. On your side, I'm Kayla Christian.
All right, Kayla, thanks so much. And authorities say if you notice any suspicious activity online, report it to local law enforcement, the Arkansas State Fusion Center, or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. You can find a list of phone numbers for those places over at KATV.com.